Let's go. What's going on, everybody? You already know, back with another one. Quick back work, not quick, but we'll get this back workout in. And well, it's just another Wednesday. Let's get it. Okay, okay. I see you guys coming in. Let's add another plate. Say that one more time? Yeah. I do a lot of pull-ups for the most part. I really don't do just like shrugs and things like that, but for the most part, a lot of the back workouts and the pull-ups really been helping. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. And a lot of rear, and a lot of the rear, and a lot of rear delt work. You know what I mean? So like the going on the pec deck and opening up, you know, because the rear delts is attached to the trap. So if you get rear delts in, you'll hit the traps. Yeah. South Korea. This is crazy. What is going on, everybody? Say again?
They're going crazy over there now.
Yeah.
I know my brother over there open out.
Yeah. I'm really paying attention. I was supposed to go to Thailand and Philippines and all that. They canceled all the flights and all that. Yeah. It's, rightfully so. Yeah. Guys, if you are in here and enjoying the stream, make sure you hit the like button. We got 6 people in here, or 3 people, and 1 like. Come on, let's get it together. Let's go. We'll stick with the 2 plates. Finish it out with that. We'll move on. That will be the game plan. After this, from here, we'll go hit these lat pull downs, of course. Sweden, what is going on? What time is it in Sweden right now? All right, guys, you know we're gonna do the supersets on this one. So I wanna keep my reps high. So I'm aiming for like 15, and then we'll drop it down. Oh. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's get another one in. We can go a little bit heavier. Try to keep the form as intact as possible. Yeah, we make it happen. So once again, you guys know, or if you don't know, I take the breaks based on heart rate. So I'm waiting for the heart rate to drop. Before it drops down past zone 2, that's where I get into it. So man, that pump is crazy. Ready for another set? Ush. Shit. I think the thing with lat pull down, especially wide grip, a lot of people, if you're not careful, you can go out of form and start using momentum and start using everything else except using necessary groups to do the pull, do the motion. So I tend to go, I've been going lighter on everything. But the lighter I've been going, just focusing on form, I've been getting a way better pump for sure. Just 145. Once again, it's heavy enough that I can get a higher rep range, but not too light to where it feels like I'm not getting any tension. So by the time I get to that last couple of reps, it should feel like, hell basically. So that's the objective or the idea. And the heart rate stays. And reason being because I'm trying to get lean. So I want to make my heart rate stay high, stay in that zone 2 as much as possible. So I've been adopting more lighter weight, time of tension, working on supersets, things like that, just to prolong the set itself. And it's been working. Oh, it's in pounds. Yeah, I gotta start saying that. I forgot we got different forms of how you weigh measurement, how you look at pounds, or how you look at weight. You done? Okay. It's good seeing you. Tomorrow? All right, I'll be here. All right, see you. Bye. Yeah, I mean, there's so different. Listen, I come from the era where you just train to failure, you don't care. And I'm like, let's hold on a second. Let's start experimenting. Listen, anyone who knows me, I just like to train heavy, lift heavy shit. I don't care. But I started to just really want to get more systematic. So I'm just exploring different types of training and, that HIIT training, a little bit more higher intensity. Yeah, it's been making a difference. So I'm going to keep it. And then, once again, a couple of months will go by, we're going to change it to something else. So the moral of it is you just got to find what works for you. You got to find your method. And also, what's the goal? One more. I would like to switch to a close, yes, to more of a narrow grip for the next one. I do spend a lot of times on pull downs, as a fact. Yeah, I think it's all in. Once again, there's so many variables. You know, failure. Do you run more risk of getting injured? Do you run the more risk of when you do too much volume going lighter? Now the form starts coming out of whack and you injure from there. So it's a ton of different variables. Volume is for rookies, high intensity is for the experience. Well, shoot, I guess I'm still a rookie then because I love volume. Awesome. Performance and aesthetics, they're both priority. So I don't have any second anything. Oh no, I don't compete in bodybuilding or powerlifting. I just compete in jiu-jitsu, that's about it. Which I want to get back out there. I haven't competed much at black belt, so looking forward to getting back out there one more time, or a couple times. Let's move on. I went to Crunch the other day, and I was just like, man, I can't do it. Either I guess I'm going at just the wrong, absolute wrong times. It was so packed in there. It was ridiculous. It was so packed in that gym. It was freaking crazy. Like if I'm not going at like 5 in the morning, I don't think I could. I might have to cancel that membership. It was just too ridiculous in there. It was just too ridiculous. And I think I said it already. There's no equinox here. Not down here. That's a good question, right? Because I've been doing jiu-jitsu now for 13 years, and that's always been the question of what translates the most towards bodybuilding. I mean, towards jiu-jitsu. And obviously, the obvious answers are yes, explosive work, things like that. You know, making sure you're doing compound movements, making sure you're doing movements that make the body work synergistically instead of, you know, kind of avoiding, not really avoiding, but not making isolated movements a priority, but they're still necessary for protection, for help as accessories to the bigger lift. So it's interesting. There's not one, I wouldn't even think there's one answer for that. Because I've played around with, let's just go completely explosive. I've just like, let's just go a bodybuilder workout. And they all can translate over, but just in different ways. I've been doing a lot of pulling movements, right? I'm trying to maybe duplicate a lot of the positions or movements that I might be in. So I've been doing a lot of pull motions and pull movements. That's been helping. You know, so, but just for me to say, hey, these exercises are the best, no. And anyone who does that, they don't know what they're talking about. There's so many variables. We're gonna go at least 2 more sets on this. Soup, G. I'm thinking you meant sup. So a little bit different from yesterday's workout where it was all supersetting, it was all time over tension. So now a little bit more straightforward. Still sucks though. Heart rate's dropping just a little bit. Let's pick this thing up just a little bit. Yes, there's weight classes in Jiu-jitsu. About another minute, you should get back into it. You know, I have no clue what my max is. I haven't maxed out in God knows how long. I said once I started to bulk up again, we'll figure out the numbers. We'll see the numbers. But right now, I don't know. I don't know my max. I don't know how many inches my arms are. I don't know any of that. Fresh, supreme in the building. I'm feeling amazing today. You know, back at it. I did sign up to another gym. I did sign up to Crunch, and I already hate it. It's so packed in there. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It was so packed in there, it was nuts. It was so packed in Crunch last night. I was like, man, I might have to cancel this thing. That's how crazy it was in there. Now, mind you, do they have the equipment that I need and there's some good stuff and all of that? 100%. It's definitely there. But, bro, I was there at 9 o'clock and it was ridiculous at 9. At 9. It was ridiculous. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not necessarily sold on it just as yet. We're gonna see what happens, but for right now, we'll keep it. I mean, it's not really costing much to have it. You know, there's no contract. So we'll see. But it was just really, it was a zoo in there. They do have one 24-hour location out here. So maybe we'll check that one out. It's a bit of a drive, but I mean, if it can be, if it's 24 hours, I'm sure it won't be crazy in there. I really can't, bro. I really can't. You know, like I'm back at LA Fitness, obviously. Today, it's just enough. It's just enough to where you're not asking people how many sets do you have. You don't feel like people are just crowding around you. That Crunch gym, bro, I had to just pick a little corner. Luckily, I was doing legs, so no one cares about legs. And I just stayed in my little corner and just trained. I was like, I don't even want to move around. And then it was like 9 people. Hey, do you compete? I had like 9 people. I was like, all right, I gotta get going. We gotta get out of here. Yeah, it was a little crazy. It was a little crazy. It was a little crazy. I won't lie. Yeah, it was nuts in there. It was nuts. But once again, since all like the Crunch gyms out here, they've pretty much been opened within the last couple of years. Well, the ones I went to, they were open within the last couple of years. So it's all new equipment. You know, the layout is more modern. So it has its perks to it, but I gotta figure out the timeline. I gotta figure it out because that was ridiculous. Everybody's leg day, I'm telling you. You know, for traps rather, I don't do much of anything. As far as like directly hitting traps, it's all the different methods of training that I just do. So I'm big on pull-ups, I'm big on push-ups. Those exponentially help with traps. You know, my shoulder work, focusing on rear delts. So I never really come in and say, hey, I'm going to do traps. I really don't. But then it just goes to show like how traps are involved in your lifts. So it's important to make sure you do trade them. But I do want to start doing more trap work because I do want my traps to look crazy, or even crazier. We're chipping away, guys. We're chipping away. Let's hit 2 more sets on this, and we'll spend some time on these shoulders and keep it moving. All right, heart rate's 116. Let's get this thing going. We're off. I don't know how much dumbbells here, but we'll make it work. Super light. Let's go 20s. Yeah, I mean it's a slew. There's so many different ways that you will indirectly work them. I guess just really just having a complete workout just in general, you will definitely stimulate them. But that's the beauty of it, right, guys? And that's kind of why, it's not just, oh, let me just tell you what to do. It's like, no, no, no. I want to just give you guys as much information as possible. This is what I'm doing, but try it out. Just like there's others in here, it's like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. The beauty of just training and working out, it's not linear. It's not one size fits all. I'm never going to say, no, that's wrong. Unless it's just something completely ridiculous. It's just, no, that's a wrong ass answer. That's different. But if it's rooted in fundamentals, rooted in somewhat of science, try it. Go for it. I've been doing this for 20 years. I've tried so many different variations and this and that. But one thing that has not ever really changed is the fundamentals. That's something that to this day, fundamentals stood the test of time, proven to work, and everything that we see now in terms of different methodologies of training, they're still rooted in fundamentals. So learn the fundamentals, get the fundamentals, start charting your progress. I tell everyone, chart your stuff, chart. Chart your macros, chart your in the beginning. I would even say, well, in the beginning and even moving forward, just have an idea of your ranges, your rep count. You were doing this on the bench, now you're doing that, and then you can kind of look at your diet and then compare and contrast what's going on. The biggest thing that you can do, guys, is just have data. When people ask, what do I need to get leaner, this and that, we'll ask them, are you counting calories? Are you counting macros? If you're not counting the calories, if you're not counting the macros, then there's really nothing to even talk about right now. I tell anyone, count the calories, get the baseline. You need to know, where's my maintenance? Where am I in a deficit? Where am I in a surplus? You gotta know this, guys. If people are just like, oh, I don't feel like counting calories. Well, guess what? Okay, well then I don't wanna hear it. I just don't. You know what I mean? Like, guys, count the calories. Even now, like, at this point now, I eat roughly the same thing every day. So I've tracked it so much, I can now kind of eyeball it. And I'll even test myself too. I'll eyeball it. Like, okay, I'm gonna have X amount of granola, right? I'm gonna have 100 grams of granola. I'll eyeball it, and then I'll weigh it to see how close it was. And it's like, I'm pretty accurate on. Because I've been charting it for years. I've been charting my macros, and I still do, but a lot of the times it's just getting a baseline, and then I can just memorize it. But you gotta count these shits. You count your reps, right? You count your sets, right? You count how I've been to the gym 4 times this week. We count everything else. Count your damn calories. And if you don't want to, then I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything. Does that make sense? Oof, 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 oof. Yeah, you got to listen. We got to put it on the scale. We're not trying to have any extras. We're not giving away any extras. So just count the things. Just count it, guys. Just count it. Get a baseline. It will make things a lot easier. Because for the most part, everyone is just kind of guessing, just kind of winging it a little bit. It's like, no, I can't gain weight. It's like, all right, well, how many calories are you eating? I don't know. Well, then, okay. Listen, I appreciate that, but nowhere near Dexter Jackson, nowhere near the blade, but I appreciate it. I'll take it. Listen, I think for me, as you know, I'm an old man. So I'm just trying to slow down this clock as much as we can. But I appreciate it. Let's hit these presses. Sounds good. Yeah, Costco's my best friend. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Pretty much. Let's get it, brother. No, no, that won't happen. I have a pretty good diet. a couple more sets on here. Then I want to hop over to rear delts, and we'll keep it moving, guys. We still squeezing some arms, hopefully. Time for a shameless plug. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 3,000 subs. Hopefully this month. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We missed last month's deadline, so we're trying to get this month locked in. So yeah, maybe this month we'll hit that 3,000 subs. It's been a long time in the making, so I appreciate it. Yeah. 12 likes. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. We're chipping away. I killed the legs yesterday, but it was that crunch. And I was so like, I wasn't able to get focused. Like it was a good workout, but I feel I just left more. I left some work on the table. I could have done better, but I was just out of the loop with so many people, and I was just like, I'm just not in this like I want to. So I might go back later. Well, not to crunch, but train again later on tonight, and we'll do some more legs. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe. This diet's been kicking my ass though. The energy is just not there. Yes, sir. Let's just hit some single lateral raises. Why not, guys? Why not? Oh, we're gonna get through this. One way or the other. Still chipping away. Let's go. Ah. Cables burn, not the... Ugh. How long have we been streaming? A little over an hour. Nice. Oof. Guys, if you are interested in one-on-ones, I know we're plugging it today. definitely reach out to me. We can make it happen. Let's book a consultation. I think we go one more. One more, why not? So old man's still at it. Guys, I think I'm gonna call it. Yeah, we're gonna call it. Let me get out of here. Well, I'm gonna finish up on some abs, do my cardio. We're gonna come back tonight and train again. So we'll go live again tonight. And yeah, this is just Wednesday. This is just part of the process. Nothing special, nothing glamorous. You know, the point of this is to show you guys, regardless of wherever I'm at in, you know, training my physique and whatever I look like, means really absolutely nothing, because at the end of the day, we still have to come in here. We still have to put in the work. We still have to make the commitment. We still have to have the discipline. We still have to see it all the way through. So we're all in this together. So I appreciate you guys. We got more on the way.